Hello there, Sir from 17 once again. This is my Deus Ex, Mankind Divided, Foxiest of the Hounds walkthrough. This is Mission 8, it's called Tracking Down the Real Terrorists. It is a pacifist run on the hardest difficulty, and you might notice that we started inside the task force, and there's a good reason for this, guys. The mission structure in this game is quite flexible, so I ended up doing Mission 9 before I did Mission 8, and Mission 9 flowed beautifully from the last mission we did, but Mission 8 didn't. So I've had to trim them a little bit, and we're starting in the middle of the base because that's where the next mission ends. So if it looks a bit confusing, I apologise, but you've played this game before, you know where the task force is, you know what to do, guys. All I'm showing you is how to get past those pesky guards that are giving you problems. So we're going to move all the way over here to this apartment complex, and we're going to be climbing up to the 3rd floor. So you can use the stairs if you want to, or you can use the Icarus landing systems. It's up to you. You'll notice the height on the Icarus is nowhere near as good as the distance, which is a shame, because I think it should be. And did you see that then? Notice how the reticle tells you when you're not going to grab things and when you are going to grab things? Well, you can still not grab things, even though it says you should. And I hope I've got it in this guide, because I'm not lying, guys. I take no pleasure in lying to you or disiluding anybody, but it's true. And I love that. I try and do something fancy for the purpose of the walkthrough. I get completely cock-blocked and then I take the stairs out of shame. It's like the second time this has happened. Ooh, I remember this mission. This mission's tricky. But it's tricky unless you know where one vent is, and I didn't, and I wasn't using the vision, which makes this game a joke. So I'm going to reverse engineer this path. The vent is on the roof. I'm looking for it now, because I don't quite know where it is, but I know it's here. I died so many times to this, and I say die, I reloaded because I was choking to death. And what happens is, guys, when you go into his office, his secret office, and you use his computer, it's going to trigger a trap, and the trap will kill you very quickly. And you're going to use a vent to get out of it, because I think it's the only real way out. And I'm going to go in via the vent, and hopefully it's going to move the boxes, and it's going to enable us to get through it much quicker. Because getting past the boxes and moving them with the physics and everything going nuts under the desk is kind of a pain in the dick. So push all the boxes out of the way, turn around, hit the computer or pick up whatever needs to be picked up. I think you have to do the computer. I'm moving things to make it a little bit easier when the poison happens, because this was the only part of the game where I took damage on my first run because of the fucking poison, and I was not happy. So the hacking begins. The hacking minigame is very similar to my memory of the one in the last game, and the more upgrades you have in hacking, the easier it becomes. There are times when it's almost impossible to do unless you get very lucky, so don't worry if you're having trouble with the hacking, guys. It's a fun enough minigame, but it's kind of super biased if you do the higher level hacks when you don't have good stealth or good fortitude and things. Because you're up against level 7 terminals and the computer's way quicker than you, and unless you're using stopworms and all the crazy extra abilities, it could be a pain in the ass. But I don't think it's bad, and I'm glad it's in here because it reminds me of the pipes from BioShock, and as much as it got frustrating having to do it, I missed it when it was gone, you know? I like having goofy minigames to do shit. I think it's great. It's a throwback to what games used to have a lot of the times, and nowadays we're moving away from it, and I don't want to lose it because I like it. I like the silliness and I like the awkwardness, but once you're out of there, we're going to be moving towards the Irish stool, talk to the bartender, then go downstairs. You're going to have a conversation with a man called Stanek, and he's going to tell you about his daughter, who was the reason those bombs went off, because she designed them. So we're going to be going to find her very shortly, but just not yet. So thank you very much for watching, guys, and you take care now.